Okay, we seem to be live. I apologize for being late because you know updates always come unplanned. Yeah, let's first do the text because I actually have an idea. Make this a little bit bigger so I can see the chat because of course the chat doesn't load this time. It's suddenly over here and now it's over here. Texts. Where is my layers? My layers can be here for now. There we go. My layers are always off screen so I have more drawing space so you can all see the pretty pictures. And if I'm correct at counting, and I haven't been before, there should be about 10 episodes left until year 15 is done. I should do something with 777 as the lucky number 7, but we'll see. Oh, that doesn't work. I should type in the right one. Good evening. And let's see. It seems, by the way, I've been approved for the AnimeCon. I haven't mentioned it in on stream just yet. I think I just haven't received an email. I just saw it in the system, and that's fine because I can download the contract over there, sign it, pay it, so that's not much of an issue. I just didn't get an official notification. This one can go. It's ironic that the base text I use for this comic is about strikes in public transportation, and currently they're on strike again, which means I have to cycle to work once more in the cold. And hi, hey, hoy, indeed. I'm first gonna make a quick sketch before I can send it off to the people who are not watching while they're not in the stream or can't comment in the stream. I'm going to try once again be focused and draw. I know it's a monologue most of the time, but that's because I'm all alone here. And this is a tricky pose. I haven't been able to draw much last week for book 5 because of private reasons. This is a tricky hand, so I'm probably gonna need some examples later on. This one needs to be higher. Let's see. That is not how circle works. Whether you believe or not in it, that's okay. It's just for fun. That's odd. I'm missing a layer. I'm drawing on the wrong layer. Oy. Well, that's okay. That's why we have a base. And I'm just gonna duplicate this layer. It's a bit big head. I know I have a big head, but I don't think I ever made a Valentine's comic before. For the penny anyway. Not as far as I can remember. I know it's about 70 comics, so it is possible I did something for Valentine's Day. Wait, I did one. I did one. The one who did about the guy who didn't understand romance because he didn't buy his girlfriend all gifts and all. Am I drawing on the wrong layer for the third time? I must be the biggest idiot of the evening. I know YouTube doesn't want me to swear, but that's in the first few minutes. But seriously, I am being an idiot right now. Besides, nothing is monetized anyway with me, so I'm gonna lock this layer so I can't draw on it anymore. And this doesn't work perspective-wise, so first of all goes up. I do look like teeny tiny, by the way, so that has to be a tiny bit bigger as well. Just a tiny bit. Apply. Save. And that means a thumb in front this time. Oh, I actually really like this comic. You just can feel the energy when I like a comic drawing one. First of all, you're over here. Second of all, over there. Text will be done. I check later. And wow, we're with 7. 7 people are watching. Wow. Oh well. Hi to everyone. That's the wrong one. Oh, 7.5. Well, just for those who are new and just wonder what it is. Name is Kitty Ocean. I'm from the Netherlands, hence my weird accent. I'm a fantasy artist and I do a weekly comic as volunteer work for a Dutch digital newspaper. Been doing that for almost 15 years now. Published the first 12 years into combined volumes. And well, this is gonna be the 5th volume I'm working on. And unfortunately the text is gonna be in Dutch. Because, you know, I'm Dutch. And it's a Dutch newspaper. Doesn't mean you can't ask for translations or whatever. Let's see. Why do I have a blurb over here? There was a smudge on my other screen. Oh, that's the wrong layer. Seriously, I have a lot of things with wrong layers today. This is not gonna end well. So please help reminding me to check which layer I am on, especially when I start coloring. Oh, that mouth is not nice. I really don't like that mouth. And I see people have left already, which is a shame. We're still with 5.5 people. I have no idea who number 5 is. Oh, wait. That's probably the one who isn't in chat. Well, this is about the news article that Nieuwegein is one of the most romantic places in the Netherlands. I have no idea what the criteria are, because it's honestly not really romantic at all. And considering Valentine's Day is around the corner, I figured, let's do a Valentine's comic. So it's current news, because it has recently been published, like today I think, so recent news. And it's a current event because Valentine's Day, so fits the criteria for a comic. Wait, this isn't needed. And I'm currently remodeling one of my craft rooms. Which is taking up a lot of time. But I do hope that when that's cleaned up, I can access certain crafts more easily. So I have one spot for resin and painting and drawing, and I have a spot for doll customization, diamond painting, and creating swords and jewelry for sale. Yeah, there is indeed a nice wedding place, but seriously, Castle de Haar is a lot more romantic than that little field they considered. Okay, Penny doesn't really know how to make a real heart shape, but that's okay. Penny doesn't have to be perfect. I actually really like these hands. Like I said, I like this comic thus far quite a lot, so even if that means things are not perfect. But I still have a few dolls to make. I do little diamond paintings, really, really tiny ones downstairs nowadays. Usually those are done in like 2-3 evenings. And I almost did them all. I have a few bigger diamond paintings. Not sure when I'm gonna do those. Really, I need to clean up that space before. So, right now I'm gathering all my fabrics into one spot because it was everywhere pretty much. And then I can organize my fabrics. And then hopefully put it in a place where the cat can't reach it because he likes climbing everywhere. I also pulled out my grandmother's sewing machine. And I want to learn how to use it, so I'm gonna ask my husband because he knows how to use a sewing machine. Let's see. This needs to be a bit rounded. If this isn't sickeningly cute, I don't know what is. I'm not really into diamond painting that much, but sometimes you just need something very mind-numbing. And I just got them from the big place with the A. I saw online they have one with sea turtles as well. But they didn't have that last time. So maybe they will next time. And otherwise, tough luck. I still have plenty to do. It's not like I'm going to scour land, home and heart just for a diamond painting. That will probably take a few years before I'll actually do it. No, wait. It's the one that pulls back, that has the feather. Okay. And the feather is in front of it. This needs to be a little heart. I'm gonna do that on a different layer because I'm really uncertain about it. That's not really how it works. No, that doesn't work like that. There should be a notch about here. And the hand is below. So the arrow, despite me really liking that heart, should be more like this. Okay. Because the body is going to be pudgy, like all cupids are. And that's going to be like here, and then the hand's going to be here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just have to have the feel of a little cupid with a little dress. Okay, these layers can be merged. Yeah, next time I'm going to do a Cupid image, I'm going to plan it out a lot better. It's a decent, cute penny Cupid. But really, next time, if it isn't for volunteer work, but for actual work, I am going to plan it better. Right, so the little wings. Let's go a little bit like this also. And you barely see the wings. Whew, I hope I remember everything at the end. I really like drawing folded hands, But the downside is I really need to keep track of all the fingers. I tend to draw 6 fingers. Don't really like this one. It's usually just 2. Making it look like a heart accidentally as well. Someone is thinking it's a racing circuit again. I actually don't know what happened to the car that last week made such a noise. I saw the neighbor checking out things and I was like, I'm gonna keeping an eye on it just in case something happens, but the people were not aggressive. They were just like, something is wrong with my car. And the next day, it was gone. The car was gone. But it was really weird. The amount of noise it made, as if, because at first I thought someone was cutting down a tree. It made that much noise. But apparently it was just someone severely damaging his car. Not on purpose, by the way, just really. I don't really like those eyes. Wait. It's still sweater weather. Seriously, I was at work today and... Wait, yeah, that's my thumb. That's the right side. And it was just very cold. And there's a lot of people who don't believe me. They say it's not cold at all. And if you're really cold, put on an extra sweater. Things like that. And actually, I'm wearing 4 layers at work. And I still consider it quite cold. I'm wearing 2 vests at work. And still people say I'm overreacting and I just need to dress warmer. And I'm like, with what? There is not much else I can wear. And I had someone who was checking the temperature for me with a meter thermometer. And he was like, look, it's 23 degrees out here. It's warm. And I was like, no kidding. You put it right above a radiator. You know, where the heater is. Not on my spot. Where there's no radiator. Where there's no heat. And really, I don't mind a little cold. But if I get so cold that my muscles tense up and I get issues with my muscles and I actually am in pain, then maybe it might be a tad too cold after all. And right now, this arm is way too short. Right now I'm near a heater as well for a couple of hours because it's 15 degrees out here. And if I could take a blanket along to my work, I would. But I seriously have to take so much along to work already, I literally have no space for it. It would be possible if I would go by car or public transportation. But considering public transportation is for one office on strike, and that's the office it's not that cold, it's decent. But the office where it's cold, public transportation takes twice as long than getting a bike. So I either cycle to work, which is helpful by the way, or I take public transportation and then I'm twice as long on the road. And of course the center of the room is the best way to measure temperature, but actually I think you should use the coldest place in the room if there's a working space over there. I'm probably in the coldest space of the room, so even the middle of the room would still be decent and I would still be cold. And then there are people like, oh, but it's the air is not fresh out here, and they're coming from outside, so duh. And oh, we should open a door, we should open a window, and I'm like, no, it's already so cold. Please don't do that. And actually, I want to start putting my outside coat on as a statement. But then if I go home, well, as we say, you don't have a jacket for the outside anymore. And I know offices are always a thing when it comes to heating. And often a lot of ladies complain while they wear, well, summer clothes in the dead of winter. But if you need a blanket at work, then it's too cold, no matter what you say. And of course, my love doesn't really. He's a lot more hot-blooded than I am. There we go. Little heart of steam. And while working from home, I managed to. I think I had to put the heating on this winter thus far, I think 3 times by now. And everything else I did with a little heating pad under my feet, wearing an extra jacket, a sweater, and well, you can layer more at home because then you don't have to pay attention if it actually matches and looks great. You can wear green and red together, and people won't go saying, "Ooh, you're so Christmassy." You can wear a onesie during work then, just to keep it warm. And then when you have a meeting, you just lower the top part, so you wear a normal jacket, shirt, sweater. Because if you want to wear comfy warm clothes are usually not the type of clothes you can take along to wear to your office. Does he need a little bit of a higher forehead? No, doesn't need that. It does need a slightly bigger head overall. Slightly, just ever so slightly. Okay. First we're gonna multiply this one as a layer and lock it so I can't accidentally color on it. Then we'll start with the basics. Slightly reddish. Hair, hair, hair. Even more hair. That was part of a wing, that was part of a wing, that was hair. And this is hair. And that's gonna be hand colored. Part of me doesn't really like drawing this comic at the moment because of the tragedy in Turkey, Syria at the moment. So I do hope I don't offend someone. You could say this is just commercialism and life goes on. I know everything about the world doesn't stopping when you need it to stop. And probably hand colored because this is way far away and teeny tiny. And I don't think Ethan is going to be a tiny little devil because he's more level-headed than Penny. Besides, she's supposed to be a little Cupid, so a Cupid doesn't have a little devil. Lots of hand coloring. Mm-hmm. And the purple. This needs to be quite dark. And I'm going pastel for the other one, but first let's add the blue. Little purplish soft. This is more pink than purple, but that's okay. Lots of hand coloring left. To be honest, I should have zoomed in. Made it a lot more easy for me, but it's okay. And the balls are going to be yellowish. Now let's hand color things. And a little rectification about last week's penny. Turns out that the national news source, Jeugdjournaal, gave false information. And they claim they give false information because it's easier to understand for the children. But it's false information. The scouting group wasn't from Nieuwegein. It was one from Utrecht using facilities in Nieuwegein. So you know, a pretty important detail. And Jeugdjournaal was like, nah, that's too complicated for the kids. So let's make it about say they are from Nieuwegein. So I managed to spin the text in the comic to make it about Nieuwegein anyway, by just changing the text ever so slightly because they did use Nieuwegein's facilities. But technically I was misinformed by national news because they seem to think it's otherwise too complicated for children because they can't seem to understand that there's a scouting group in one city that needs facilities in another city. Which is pretty insulting for the kids anyway, because they're not dumb. If you just would have said, hey, these kids don't have the facilities in Utrecht, so that's why they went to Nieuwegein, then they're like, okay, understandable. But nope. They had to make it more easy to understand by saying, nah, they're suddenly Nieuwegeinse scouting people anyway. And it's not just insulting for the kids who watch the news, but it's actually also insulting for the scouting group because they're not from Nieuwegein, they're from Utrecht. And now suddenly, according to national news, they're from Nieuwegein. And maybe people are like, nah, it's just a detail. Nobody cares. But yeah, it's okay. It's not as drastic as saying that Ajax is an Utrecht group. So there might be people who are ready to lynch me for that. I know, but because Ajax is absolutely from not from Utrecht, but yeah, if it's for those kids, it's part of who they are. And it's actually the second time I found out that the national news is dumbing things down for children. And dumbing it down wrongly and just changing the whole news article. There's a YouTuber, Colin Furs, and he's a plumber by origin, and now he's just, well, inventor, crafter, whatever. He's just very smart and makes a lot of amazing things. And they just said it was an inventor from England making things. Well, I don't even know if it was England or that he lived in another place of the United Kingdom. That's already a big thing. But they say he started out as an inventor. No, he started out as a plumber. So I'm like, guys, if you tell something, then just say what it is. You don't need to dumb it down. And it's actually quite inspiring for kids to hear, like, yeah, he was a plumber once, but now he's an inventor. That's like, kids, you can change your mind. You can become whatever you want, even later in life. You don't have to stay what you chose in life. You can change. And I think that's actually a more valuable message than, oh, he's just an inventor. He has always been an inventor. And if they think it's too complicated for kids to understand, then just explain it. You can just... Kids know, hey, he was a plumber once. Now he's doing something else. They understand that. They are not that dumb. There's no need to dumb things down for kids all the time. And yes, that does upset me. Oop, how about we put it on max again? And yes, indeed, like you said, kids know more than adults think. They often know what's going on in the world. And that doesn't mean we just have to cancel Jeugd Now, the children's news. We should keep it because it gives more world of the kids to the kids and make them, well, part of the Netherlands. Like, we have our own news, and it's often cheerful news as well. So if there's a lot of drama in the world, I read it for the happy news, because they talk about silly things like well, let's see, a man collecting pens. So it's just something cheerful. But they also deal with drama. So they know, for example, they talked about Ukraine, which I seriously hope will be freed anytime soon this year, rather tomorrow. Because seriously, it's just crazy how things are still going on out there. And I know the people in Ukraine wish the same. I'm really not talking about going back to the 1700s where kids were treated as miniature adults. You don't have to explain the world of physics to them in detail, but they often understand the world of physics better than an adult. Let's make it... I need to make the face a little bit less of the skin color, because it often seems as if there's just a hole in the shirt. And I created this shirt in real life for my love. So if you see a guy wearing this, it's him. Okay, I think I have everything now. So I'm going to duplicate the layer. And I'm just going to add some. And this one needs to be just a hint. And I'm just going to try something soon about the text, because I sometimes just... I'm just waiting, so I have 3 screens. I mean, it's absolutely decadent. Okay, and the background. Let's first create the blob. And I do like Valentine's Day, but I don't need love on a specific day of the year. It may be on other days as well. So first we're gonna do the blob on a new layer. Then we're gonna sip from our drink. Great. Then I'm gonna do the spot I missed. Then first of all, I'm gonna make it a lovely shade of pink. Just a slightly bit lighter. Then I'm gonna... No, that's not a layer. There we go. Merge it down. I said merge it down. That means I want to merge it. Thank you. Then I'm gonna create a new layer. Lock it. Yes, thank you. And I'm gonna make it indigo because it's a mix between our colors. And I'm going to, there we go. So we have lovely dovey pink, 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 and then cold blue. See, I'm working with symbolism and color. No, that's the wrong one. Here's the new layer. First of all, there's a typo over here. This doesn't need a tail to the person. This actually doesn't even need to be. There we go. And then we need the tails. And I think I'm going to make them pink. That's a bit too pink. And it needs to be a bit more grayish. There we go. And this actually works. Just need to make it a tiny bit darker. And I need to make the text pink as well. And then this one can go over here, but above. And this one can go over here. And if I do it like this, then I can copy the style. And that goes a lot faster. Just make everything pink. Number. And maybe first unlock it. Now I may unlock it. No, first I'm gonna save. Then I'm gonna unlock it. Then I'm gonna paste layer style. See, pink borders. But I'm going to make this one slightly darker. And this one's going to be even darker. Now, this one needs to be slightly more to the side. I am going to experiment, so I need a little bit more time. And this balloon needs to be a bit bigger. But it needs to be a bit thinner as well. This one needs to be a bit bigger. Just slightly. Now, I am going to experiment, and I'm not sure if this is going to work. We'll find out soon enough. And no is a perfectly fine answer as well. That's a bit too much. This doesn't work. Okay. It's going to be a copy, and it's going to be over here. First, we're going to choose paste layer style. And just make it a bit more pink or red. Make it a bit more red. So it's not black linered anymore, it's dark red. So I'm sharing the text with the people not present. While you guys can text check. And then on a different screen. We'll be back soon, don't worry. I can type over here while you guys text check. Let's see. Wait. It's not de meest romantische gemeente van Nederland. Van Utrecht. Very different. It's not Nederland, it's Utrecht. In the most romantic cities, there are popular date locations like cinemas, musea, and idyllic environment, and a lot of shops where you can buy a romantic present for your love. Well, I don't know where they've been, but not in Nieuwegein. We don't have a cinema. We have one or two musea, at least one. We have Warsaw, that I know for sure. We might have more. Idyllic, well, again, not sure where they've been. Maybe Park Oudegein. And a lot of shops where you can buy a romantic present. Well, we have a lot of clothes shops in Nieuwegein. Really a lot. So, again, I don't know where they were. But I don't think they would have been in Nieuwegein. Okay, text. Okido. Save. And meanwhile... Okay, how's the view? Yeah, that's so low. Again, I still hate that place. They conned me twice, and the third time they said it's dishwasher proof. Yes, it was indeed dishwasher proof, just not the lines on the measuring cup. So I had beautiful blank shot glasses. At least I got a refund, but they tried to con me twice. So yeah, that was so low. And here's your text back again, so you can check it. And if I move this a little bit over there, it doesn't interfere anymore. Okay, thank you for text checking again. Changing the colors of the line is not that easy at the end of the comic, because I work with layers, but if I keep it dark enough you don't really see it. You probably see it if you... Nah, you barely see it if you really zoom in. I'm gonna close this down just to get a fresh thing, and I do want to work a little bit on the image for book 5 again, but I don't have much time because I have to get up extra early tomorrow again. And I can't really start reorganizing my craft room until Thursday. Okay, so this one's closed. This one I'm gonna keep open. And January. I found a brush for books. You can see a bit on the side here, but all these books are from the front, so I can't really use that. But yeah, I can use it and then like do this to get some sort of depth. So I can use this tool a little bit and then just use perspective with the right line width. Just it is something I can use. This was a brush. No, what was this? Books. You have these books, which are nice as well. It's just not the right perspective. I really like these books. See, it's just something you can use. No idea why it's all black and white, by the way. For some other reason. Why is it thinking black and white? It's not supposed to think black and white. But maybe if I do a new layer. So as you can see, I have a book brush and it's very nice. It's just not the right perspective. Also, awesome books if I need something from upfront. So I really like these brushes. I believe I paid for these. Didn't pay much for it, by the way, but it's just I probably need to draw the last piece of books by hand. See, it's not something you can use on top of each other, which is a shame because I really like. can check if there is... because this is just yeah, these are just fixed books. I can check if there's... I'm gonna turn off viewing just for a moment because of login thingies. Display. So I'm still here. Do not be scared. I'm still here. Yep, still here. Don't worry. I just want to be sure I don't have to log in and show my password online. And there we go. Wait, I'm not logged in. Great. Here goes the screen again. Beep. Okay, why is it not logging in? And my screen turned black now. And I seem to be more or less logged in. There we go. Oh, this is a nice brush. And a bush. Considering how much I have to do for my visual novel. Oh, that's a very nice asset. And these assets, when the red one text has to be bought, others are free, and you don't have to give credit when using them. And I just download a lot just to get some variation. And some people just offer very weird stuff. Book. Let's search for the books. Unorganized books. Not the right perspective. Okay. 7,6 out color versions of text. Well, willing to try this. This does look good. And you have to go to the profile for part B. But which one is part B? Because I have part A. Part B. So maybe this is something I can use. Not sure just yet. Gonna take a while for downloading, by the way, so. Well, nice, this is not something I can use. Doesn't have to be opened. I might just have to do it myself, but anything that can save time really helps a lot. Oops. How far are you with downloading? Yeah, where did books take a long while. So, just have to wait until it's downloaded before we can try it. But I still have plenty of things I can use for texture. And yes, some of the books look perfectly rectangle, and that's fine. In this time and age, the books are new, they're not that weathered. Besides, they're probably not going to be noticed as a whole. And I don't need these for a moment. And this one's gonna be need on top of it. And I don't need, this one needs to be on top, by the way. Absolutely top. I just don't really have a lot I can see. Let's see. He needs to be, that's a bit too much, I think. Hint more brown. I think this is a nice color. Let's try that color. It's needs a hint more yellow. That's a nice color. Right. Thing is, I don't see a lot right now. Let's duplicate this layer. Not this one. This one has no use for duplication. Duplicate this layer. At most, let's call this one sketch. And this one gonna work also. We're gonna start with the skin. And really, this is such a light sketch that I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. You can go on top and you can go multiply. And I'm just gonna remove this just so I can see better what I'm doing. You might think, hey, this doesn't look like that color you just picked. That's because of this layer. have to keep the amount of fingers in mind, because you know me, I tend to forget all about fingers. Let's see. Thumb 1, 2, 3, 4. So I called it skin and just didn't color on it. Okay, so this is going to be hair. And hair, I actually never decided. I think it's going to be black like as that, just a slightly mix of blue in it, of his mother. Does help if the hair goes on top of the skin. And let's get the sketch I made once. Of course, he doesn't have to be a perfect copy of his adult one. Let's see. Yes, yes. I'm such at risk. Let's see. Oh, that's part of his design. Okay, this is his ear, so let's just do it like that. He doesn't have the height of his father when it comes to hair, especially not as a kid. He has an uncle that has slightly the same type of hair. I like it, but it looks a bit flat. Maybe it's this part that's a bit too high. A cute little boy is growing up. He doesn't really have a super big role in book. Well, he's born. That might be a spoiler, by the way. He's born in book 4. Has a minor role in book 5. Has a decent, okay-ish, maybe minor role in book 6, but in book 7 he gets a bigger role. He is going to be important. And maybe not so much for the story, but mostly for the universe. He's important for Morning Snow. Oh, that's a bit too much. How about I do this? See, now I suddenly see what I'm doing. I'll just redo that. So. Needs thinner brushes. And besides, at this age, his mother still styles his hair, so. How's this? Okay, and now the eyebrows. I know this is way too thick. Don't worry about it. Somehow it looks better on this screen than on the preview screen. Very weird. I will check the book soon. First, let's see if... No materials. There we go. Of course, he's still in the bright light. It's the floating head right now. I'll just do some as close. So first I want to try out these books. There we go. What are you? You are a book. Ooh. You are indeed a book. And this is what I was looking for. Nice. So I saved this. I'm gonna try something. This is an experiment. Might need to revert it. It doesn't match the... Where are you? Wait, place model on ground level. Set models. Specify camera angle from presets. That would be this one. Okay. And I just need to zoom in and out. Why doesn't this... Oh wait, I did a preset. And the preset isn't working. Reset. There we go. I'm not that much fan of presets like this because they're really tricky to use. They're good, by the way. Don't get me wrong. Floor. Where is my floor? Or is that in my materials pack? Here is my materials pack. Where that book? Then we can get you over here. Maybe over here. That's okay. Then I need to. That's longing. That's widening. That's bigger. Oh, there we go. This is the book I'm looking for, like this, and then slightly like this. Is this the correct? Oh, I don't really like it when perspective is getting off. That's one book. Got one, got one. And let's see. Then, wait, this material isn't helping that much. Do need shading after at the end, so let's create a stack. And we're getting one book first. And why is suddenly my... Ah, it's right in front of me, of course. First of all, let's put it in the right perspective. That's the wrong wobbly wobbly. That's the wrong wobbly wobbly. And then I need it to be like this. There we go. We're getting somewhere. We're looking slightly from above. I need it slightly more twisted, like this. I'm gonna duplicate it. Duplicating the wrong layer, of course. Duplicate it. Get him. Center dot. And just make it a slightly longer book. There we go. And below. See? We have two books on top of each other. Duplicate to the bottom. Move it. I need to move it. That's the wrong one. I need this one. Can be slightly. Go. And I need it to be thinner. Like over here and then down. This looks decent, right? I just want to move that lower. Just slightly to here. It doesn't have to be a perfect stack, you know? I still need to color the books. And I don't know if I'm gonna do the amount of books I had planned originally. Because that might be too crowded. But at least we have one stack done. And there's going to be a stack of books over here near the shelf. So this one will be partly hidden. And that's gonna hold a candle on top of it. So I did something, finally found the books I needed. Gonna recolor it, make it more matching, make it a bit more light, everything like that. But I like it. I finally found weather books. So this is what I'm gonna do for today. Again, it's not much, but every little bit is magic. So I'll be seeing you next week again, I guess. Wish you a great evening. Bye bye.